Thank you, everyone. I think my speech writing pen has run very hot over the last couple of days, but I just wanted to say what a truly wonderful conference this has been. The energy, the noise in the room and the noise of networking, and every conference we've been to has been really loud. And in Melbourne, the conference centre there said that we were the noisiest conference they'd ever had. And this year gives me, there's nothing less in this year's amount of noise compared to then. Been noisy, happy. All of the speakers and all of the visitors that have come have said, and the people in the stands have commented about the energy and the positive atmosphere of the conference. So I think you should give yourselves all a big clap for that. And although few people have gone home now, we've seen an army of invigorated, energetic and innovative health professionals and brave and bold health professionals. And I think, never mind the KISS army, we've got the APNA army. And I wanted to let you know that before you go home today, that APNA will continue to advocate on your behalf. And we encourage you as you go home to talk to your communities, your primary healthcare bodies, and advocate on behalf of the profession and our peers. We've had an outstanding and inspiring lineup of speakers this year, and we kicked off on Thursday with Dr. Mary Moeller from the US, and she opened our minds in so many ways, destigmatise, 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 and demonstrated to us all through amazing imagery how we must never forget or always remember the mind is connected to the body, is connected to the body, is connected to. Dr. Sheila Talou, who is an amazing woman, and my takeaway messages from her is 0 new HIV infections, 0 AIDS-related disease, 0 discrimination. Sheila has made an outstanding contribution, and to show that one woman who believes so strongly about something can actually change the world. That and evidence-based Catholicism. Thank you, Sheila. And Brian Dolan, who I think we should keep him, who is a truly inspiring leader. You know, he can teach leadership and who's also taught, is a wonderful advocate for the profession, and he's also taught me, what photobombing is and how to do it. And Megan Jane Johnson, who spoke so, not just passionately, but incredibly forward-thinking woman, future-thinking, and that was her topic. She works tirelessly in nursing and health ethics. And I can only really echo what Liz said about the quality of the speakers and the quality of our program. And I think we've also managed to sign up a few of our regular internationals and a few other people as associate members of APNA, so welcome into the fold. That's right. And, of course, we had Mark McCrindle, who told me what ruffling, or taught us what ruffling is. So what's ruffling? You have to say it really loud because I'm a bit deaf too. Yeah, it does say older folk rolling on the floor laughing. Okay. And for Liz Medley, when she talked about having a mentor, I have to say, for over the years, I have always regarded Liz as my mentor. And Liz asked me to speak many, many years ago and present at a Medicare local. And I was so excited. And I got to go to Nowra. And they were paying me to do this gig at the Medicare local. I can't even remember what the topic was, but I do remember being so nervous that I got halfway through my presentation, missed the page, and then did the rabbit in the headlight. And which seemed to go on forever, and it probably did. And then she came to the rescue, and then I moved on. And all I wanted to do was think, oh my God, I need a glass of wine after this. But Liz is truly inspiring, and she thinks she's retired, but she won't get very far. We'll roll her out every now and then. You can absolutely bet on that. And finally, in closing, I just wanted, the other thing I wanted to say was the fact that we had the Minister here yesterday. The Minister was here for around an hour all told. And I think that the fact that, one, she made available her time in such a busy week in Parliament, and two, that she stayed for such a long time, really is a reflection on us as primary health care nurses, that they're finally understanding the importance of our roles and where we will sit in primary health care, and hopefully, I suppose, saving may be a strong word, but we certainly are key to all of those interventions to help short-circuit this large wave of chronic illness coming at us. And that primary health care is the solution to the future. On final notes, on Monday, we are taking our delegation of international speakers to Canberra to showcase primary healthcare nursing. We have a wonderful event timetabled in Old Parliament House, where we have a number of other key stakeholders and health bureaucrats coming to that event. And we'll feed back to you through the APNA news how that event went, and hopefully lots of really good photos and press. And the other important thing is that APNA is also, on Monday, our CEO is meeting again with the Minister's office to look at, we have some proposals into government for future work for APNA. And finally, my last, for me personally, a takeaway message. And my takeaway message from here, from this last couple of days with you all and all of those sessions, is that primary healthcare nurses are the most important drivers in primary health care. So we nurses are the drivers. It's well recognised that we are the drivers. And Ken Griffin has gone home now, but he's always talking about the next big thing, and I think we'll see that we'll be recognised as the next big thing. So well done. Enjoy your trips home, and remember your take-home message. As Liz said, write it down and put it in your pocket. Thank you.
Now, stay put. One more thing to do. Karen, I believe you have been wonderfully generous, and this is a gift from you to Julianne Badenoch. Yes, you get lots of things. Lovely flowers for you. Would you like to hand them over? There we go, the flowers, and little prezzies as well for you, Julianne. Beautiful.
Round of applause. Don't make it feel awkward. Jeez.
That's for Julianne as well. Did you want to say anything?
Oh, when don't I?
I said, do you want to say anything? And she went, when don't I?
Sorry. I feel quite embarrassed about this because I do not deserve this. The one person that the conference committee actually would agree that does deserve this is Murphy, our beautiful Murphy Wood.
Well, Julianne, it's funny you say that, because this is for Murphy. Murphy, why don't you come on down and accept your gift on behalf of the APNA team. Murphy.
I think we've got the Murphy Woods fan club. And she is a rock star.
She is a rock star.
Well done, Murphy. You've been a honey.
Thanks, conference chair.
But also, Murphy and I would certainly like to thank the amazing conference committee behind us, or with us this year. They have worked long and hard. It's been some fun, but it's been hard work. And I think they're quite proud of the work what's come out of that work. And well done, guys. And we'll see you all next year, I guess.
Thank you, Julianne. Thank you, Murphy. Thank you, Karen. Lovely. One last thing. Now, I'm interested because everyone was talking about next year's conference and where it was going to be, and so far we've had a lot of suggestions. I actually interviewed a bunch of people. We've heard Paris, Tuscany, I think Tokyo was thrown in the mix there, Perth, Darwin, Mansfield was also suggested. We've gone from Tuscany to Mansfield, so we're really kind of downgrading it there. I'm not sure. I haven't even asked you if we are announcing next year's. Do you know where it's going to be yet? Or it's Tuscany. No, it's not Tuscany. It's where? It's in Victoria. Beautiful Victoria, my hometown. It's going to be wonderful. In Melbourne. The shopping, the alleyways, gorgeous. One last thing I would like to do. Hey, I'm interested. At the start of yesterday, we found out how many years of service you have given. And I think if we added it up, it would be somewhere around 5,000 years of wisdom in this room over the last couple of days. Do we have any of the people that were over 40 years of service? Just put your hands up if you've still got the energy. To Liz, obviously. Mary, obviously. 40, anyone over 45? Do we have Liz and Mary as well? And up the back, over 45? Anyone can beat 45, 46, 47, 48? Are you our 50? Our 50. Get up here, love. Get up here. Come up here to Auntie Zara. Get up here to Auntie Zara. Come over here. Look, she can still run. Careful, careful. Careful, ease up, come over here. Now, we're going to wrap things up now, and obviously there's a lot of people to thank through the conference. There's a lot of people that have put this together, and I'll get to you in just a second. The APNA team, the APNA committee, Alexis, Karen, Julianne. I'm not going to name you all because I can't really, but there's so much love. Gary, Liz at the back there, Michael on the sound and the technicians, the whole team, Matt, Simon, Murphy, everyone. It's such an enormous effort that puts this together. So thank you to all of you for the love and dedication and getting everyone together. Now, I'm interested. What's your name?
Glenda.
Glenda. The good witch Glenda. The good witch Glenda. Glenda, I'm wondering, so 50 years of service?
Yes, we started on the 24th of May, 1965.
Amazing, amazing, Glenda. Can you imagine how many people Glenda has helped in that time? Can you imagine? It's extraordinary. And were you told, like Liz, that you have to be a nurse?
I think my mum wanted me to be a nurse. Yeah.
It was held in high esteem, that profession, wasn't it? You can go and be of service, you can make a difference to people. 50 years, have you got another 50 years in you?
Oh, sure.
Sure. I find that extraordinary. And Glenda, what is it that you love about your job?
I don't know. It's just the desire to care for people, look out for people, an interest in people. From a holistic approach, I think.
It's interesting, it's so often we do this work and we do it selflessly, we do it day in, we do it day out. We don't get the applause, the recognition that we deserve for the work that we do. I know that you don't. I know that some days must be hell for you in your practices and in the work that you do, and you deserve the accolades. And we have to kind of take the time to appreciate ourselves a lot of the time, to every day be grateful for the journey we've taken, and also take the time to appreciate the people around us. And I wanted to say, just while you're up here, Glenda, and I know you keep pulling away, I keep pulling you in, so bring Brave and just stand with me. I just mentioned, just in closing, I mentioned that my mum worked at the pharmacy over there for 30 years of her life. Mum was the mum of 5 kids. Dad left our family when I was 3. She was left with 5 kids to raise. She was very depressed and very scared. She walked into that pharmacy one day. She said, I've never worked in my life. What do I do? And he said, start tomorrow. So she started in that pharmacy and she loved that job for 30 years. But in the first week that she was there, and yesterday with Meg and Jane, we were talking about the will to care, the will to actually just make a difference in someone's life and be aware enough to notice where someone's at and know that they need help, and be brave enough to actually offer them that help. And a woman, a customer, walked in, saw that Mum was depressed and said, you're coming with me. And Mum said, what are you talking about? And she said, I'm part of a local theatre group. You'd like this, Liz? We rehearse on a Wednesday night. You're coming with me. Long story short, Mum went along. Our whole family got involved in the theatre. I became a performer. We had a comedy restaurant. We entertained 500,000 people in that restaurant. We went on to breakfast radio. We talked to millions of people over the 5 years we were on breakfast radio. And now we travel the globe and we get to share times at conferences like this and meet amazing people. I guess the point being that one person's actions in one moment of time has actually influenced millions
of people. And unfortunately, she died of cancer when she was 45, and she'll have no idea of the effect that that kindness will have on the world. But you, Glenda, you can know right here and now how important you are to the world. And to end this conference, I would like you to just stand here, and you do have to be brave to soak this up, because I would like you, on behalf of all of us, and you represent all of us here today, I would like you to receive the appreciation that you deserve. And what we're going to do, it's got nothing to do with me. We're going to start over here, and we're just going to start with a round of applause, a little small one, and then we're going to build it up, then we're going to build it up, and then we're going to go mental like Oprah's just offered to buy us all a new car, okay? But it's all for who? Who's it really for? Okay, so Glenda, I'm going to get off because I don't want to influence this, but you have to stand there, face the front, and be brave. You're going to want to run, but don't run. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Glenda, 50 years of service to helping people, making a difference. You wanted to run away then, didn't you? It was hard. She had to give it back to you at the same time. That was for all nurses, Glenda, absolutely. Glenda's going to get used to that. So from now on, anytime you see Glenda, just a little round of applause. If you see her go to the loo after the session, little round of applause, go Glenda. And Glenda, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The world needs you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.